Hi, welcome to the Moxie Sisterhood. Now, over the last few posts, we've talked about how and in what areas the saboteur shows up in our lives. And we know it affects our personal life, our business life, as well as our success. The voice of the saboteur gives us the excuses and the justifications for not doing what we know we should do. And it puts us in a position of feeling pretty helpless and incapable. And that just leads us to feeling stuck and held back and like we're standing in our own way. Now, quieting the saboteur's voice can be difficult, but it's not impossible. The more ingrained this is in your thinking, the more difficult that it can be to silence it and to change it. What is possible, though, is with discipline and flexing the voice of your Moxie strength will help you to overcome the saboteur's voice. First, though, is you have to recognize the voice when it's showing up. When you find yourself thinking the opposite of what you know is the right thing to do, stop. Stop in your tracks. That's the saboteur's voice right there, and you know better than to listen. You have the Moxie, and you have more Moxie than the saboteur does. It's just trying to make you feel weak and held back and justify it, and it wants to make you a coward, but you aren't. So recognize the voice when it shows up and all those little excuses and justifications, because it's only trying to fool you. When faced with the saboteur's nudging, you just need to trust yourself. You need to trust your heart. You are not helpless. And the direction that the saboteur wants you to go is actually toward its ugly cousins, self-doubt and the imposter. And it's a really short trip. So you really aren't helpless, and you are capable because you are a strong Moxie woman. If you know what you should do, then you are also capable of doing it and succeeding. This is the point when the internal Moxie voice that you have, the one that drives you and gets you to your successes and your destinations, needs to be louder. You need to flex it and exercise it. Remember, you will not ever regret doing what you know you should do, but you will always regret listening to the saboteur. When you flex your Moxie and listen to your Moxie voice, you slowly will silence the voice of the saboteur, because it knows that it has no power over you unless you allow it, unless you give your power to it. Your Moxie is stronger than the saboteur. When you listen to the true voice of your Moxie strength, you will succeed. Next, repeat. Repeat all these steps in every area that the saboteur shows up. By recognizing the saboteur, then flexing your Moxie voice over it with the discipline. I know it can be hard sometimes. You will find that you're living more fulfilled, making progress toward your dreams and goals, and no longer feel like you're standing in your own way. You are living as the strong Moxie woman that you're meant to be. Now, as a Moxie coach, I work with women like you and me to overpower that saboteur's voice and to empower your Moxie voice. If you would like to know more about my programs, I invite you to check out themoxiesisterhood.com. And if you aren't part of our Moxie Sisterhood's Facebook group, I invite you to join us at ownyourmoxie.com. So post below or in the Facebook group and tell me share how you silenced your saboteur's voice and what difference it's made in your life as a Moxie woman. So thanks for being here, and I will see you in the Moxie Sisterhood.